Okay.
Mm. Uh, uh, Good morning. I'm Angel Ortiz for Fija Online. And today I'm going to have the pleasure of talking to Luis Salgado, choreographer and director. Is choreographer first and director? Or you're
However you
not?
want. However you
No,
want.
what's your
Director, choreographer.
director choreographer? And it looks like you've had a very intensive career with
Yeah.
with this, and I wanted to know how you came around to being part of On Your Feet. It looks like you have a long history with it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to start by addressing, first of all, hello, hola,
Hello.
and thank you for having me. I'm going to start by addressing the very intense career. Sometimes you don't even realize how intense it's been until you actually have a day like today. You're talking about it. You're like, oh my God, it's been a lot. And so for me, it's just been what I do, what I love to do, what I feel that I was born to be doing, and so um, it just feels natural. But when you step back and you look at the journey, you realize, whoa, what's happening? How did we get here? So that's one thing. And then the second question is about on your feet per se, and I think it connects, right? Because that journey, understanding that as a Latino creative artist, things don't come easy. I was slapped, literally. I'm not to be negative on any stories, but I
Mhm.
was slapped in school because I was in the arts. And that wasn't a cool thing for a group of people.
Right.
And I had to overcome that, and literally one day be like, just see me on the other side too, like the Bible thing of like, it's like if you're gonna do it, just do it, because the lens of what art represented to then turning the page, to this point and
Mhm.
being like, the universe have allowed me to do
Mhm.
everything I've dreamed, to be on Broadway as a performer, to celebrate my communities, my culture, my dance, to literally utilize the dance steps that I had in fifth grade with my teacher, Jose Rivera, come to the Broadway stage through my body and through what I get to put on. It's a gift of saying we are enough. And no matter what obstacles come our way, just staying true to our dream and to who we are and to what we're aiming to achieve in life is important. And guess what? That's what's on your feet is about.
Ah,
On your feet is about exactly those elements. Gloria and Emilio coming to the United States, looking for a voice, looking for a sound, hurting, no, you're not good enough. If you want to do it, change your name, change the horns, change the percussion. And he says, no, we're going to do it our way. We're going to do it on our own. We're going to do it with our accents. And I think that all of those are valuable things that life has given me as a tool of learning lessons that I now get to put on the stage as a director or choreographer. And what a gift.
mm. Yeah. So being a director and a choreographer on a project like this, is it difficult to be doing both at the same time, or?
Yeah, I think it depends on who you are, right? And because I started as a dancer, dancing comes so naturally to me. Choreographing then was the next step. And as a choreographer, I learned that I needed to direct. It wasn't
Ah,
only that I want to direct, I need to direct. In order for these visions and these dreams and this clarity desires that I have artistically to be completely, coming to fruition, I
right.
need to have a voice as a director. And that's why I worked so hard in trying to become this person with the support of great mentors, people like Sergio Trujillo, who's a director choreographer himself. And I'm seeing him work with his true of being a Colombian creative who won the Tony Award just recently. Like seeing all of those examples inspired me to better believe in myself and in what I could do. So for me, it's pretty natural. But I understand that time wise is also something you have to manage, because I could get really excited with a number and then forget about three scenes, and that's what you never want to do.
Well, I hear the passion in you. I really hear the
Thank
passion
you.
in you. The so uh so Gloria and Emilio, I've seen this project, and
Yeah.
and ¿qué te han dicho?
Well, the first time they obviously they saw the project on Broadway, which means that when I went to Amsterdam as an associate director, they came and saw the show there, and for the first time got to see me working in helping tell the story. And from there, I got the most incredible opportunity, which was to do the Spanish premiere in the United States of the show. And Gloria and Emilio came to this wonderful theater called Gala Theater in Washington, D.C., and they blessed us with their presence and with their knowledge and with their words and with their support. And from there, I got other opportunities to work with Emilio and the opportunity to do this tour that now is going around sharing, over 30 Latinos on the stage and backstage working together to bring this to so many places. And Gloria's words herself, I never imagined seeing my story in some of the places you guys are visiting right now. And I think
Nice.
that that's important, right? And so there we are doing the thing we love.
So I had a question, and I listening to you and listening to your passion now completely. But I wanted to know if, of all the projects that you've been doing over the years, and not only this one, which one still is allá arriba, still up there
Yeah, I love it when you switch to Spanish. Allá
the way my
arriba.
brain works.
If I listen to your words, and allá arriba means in the heights, but if I listen to your body language, allá arriba means Cirque du Soleil. So it's funny that your words take me one word, but your physical gesture takes me another place. So I'm gonna follow your physical gesture. Allá arriba, it's Cirque du Soleil, because if for the very first time I couldn't sleep, I felt responsible, literally responsible for the lives of people who through the day, every day, were putting their life in danger as they are doing this crazy acrobatics. And for me as a storyteller now, not only having acting, singing, dancing, but acrobatics to complement the storytelling became maybe one of the biggest challenge I ever faced. And I had to wake up at 5 a.m. every day, do pre-production for myself as how I was going to run the day, talk to Sergio Trujillo, who was working in New York while I was in Germany doing this project, and get his comments and his notes for the day, and then go and apply, have sections of acting sections through the day, to then go into the dancing sections, to then go into the acrobatic sections. It was the most intensified time of my life and the most rewarding. When that show opened and those acrobats were landing on point safely, and telling the story, I felt like the most accomplished human being in the world. And that's what I think, that's why we do this, because it is thrilling.
Yeah, listening to you, I can see that excitement and the pleasure that you're getting out of just telling the story.
I just move my hands too much. I gotta move them less. I'm kidding.
I'm trying to hold on to mine too. So what are we going to be seeing here at the theater here in Southern California?
So we're going to be at La Mirada Theater, and I'm excited to be for the first time in that space. And what you're going to see, I believe, is a real human journey of a hero's journey, right? We make theater to use conflict as a way of rebirth, and that's what happens with Gloria and Emilio. They come to this country, they grow in an environment that wasn't set up for us to succeed as Latina humans. People are telling them, change your name, change your horns, change your percussion. And they say, no, we're going to do it our way. And we are going to succeed, and look at our face, because this is what an American looks like, and when I look at the world today, especially post-pandemic, I think that that's such an important celebration, especially now that it's Hispanic Heritage Month. And we're going to be at La Mirada Theater in California, celebrating Latina culture, music, history, and the life of a real human who there to say, I will come out of the dark. Even when I had a physical injury, Gloria had a bus accident that's in the show, and comes over that, and ends up succeeding and becoming what they've become. I think it's the most compelling and most beautiful story we can share in a time like this. And at the same time, it's super fun, and people end up literally on their feet. So,
well, I've been a long time fan of the Estefans. And I remember when Conga came out, and it was, it was the mid 80s.
You want to sing it for us?
There's one thing I know I'm not talented at, is singing. But so you said pretty much what I was going to ask. When we see this production, the audience is going to be leaving dancing.
I will be too confident saying yes. You have to show up to La Mirada Theater, have the experience, and tell me if you came out dancing. So you and
Okay.
everybody watching this interview, I invite you to come to La Mirada Theater and tell me at the end, WhatsApp me, whatever, Instagram me, Twitter me, Facebook me, and tell me I did come out dancing. Or you know what? You need to work harder. I take both. But so far, every place we've done the show in, people are on their feet and they go out dancing, and it's like hypnotizing because their music is just that good and their story is just that valuable.
Well, I'm personally looking forward to seeing it, and it opens October 6th,
October 6th, yes.
and it runs for
We're going to be there, I believe, until October 29.
okay.
And then we go out on the road again and we'll do the crazy one-nighters sometime.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How do you do with those?
Well, I personally don't have to. I'm going to be home making
Oh.
sure that I get the reports and I read them. But our cast, they have to get in there, get out of there, and God bless our stage management because they have their hands full for another 6 months, and I'm just so grateful that we get to put them into work, and share the story with United States and the world. So,
Hey, Luis Salgado, muchas gracias. This was a pleasure.
muchas gracias.
And
I want to tell you that I hear in your voice the same passion, and I appreciate that you're not only asking questions with your intellect mind, but with your spirit, and I really see that, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
muchas gracias. Hasta la
Gracias a ti.
próxima. Chao.
Chao.
Thank you, Angela.